Over the course of their lives, the Stoics gained a deep understanding of human nature, including the complexities of women's minds. They believed that real strength comes from mastering your own emotions and how you interact with the world. This ancient wisdom still holds up today, especially when it comes to attraction and building intimacy. In this episode, we'll explore how to create a magnetic pull so strong that when you're sitting next to a woman, nearly every woman will feel an irresistible attraction toward you. This isn't just about physical closeness, it's about the mental and emotional elements that make these moments so impactful. We'll cover things like using the right body language and picking up on subtle cues that make people want to be near you. Each lesson will help you connect more deeply. Stick around until the end to get the full picture. If you enjoy this, don't forget to like, follow, and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us your own stories if you have any, and let's dive into Chapter 1. You sit close. Sitting close to a woman isn't just about reducing physical distance. It's about creating an atmosphere of intimacy that goes beyond words. When you move closer, you're opening the door to a deeper connection, one built on subtle psychological cues and body language. By entering her personal space intentionally, you can spark an interest that words alone might not achieve. Confidence is key here. Trust is everything. Any hint of hesitation or nervousness can ruin the moment. Women are incredibly perceptive of the energy you give off, and doubt can make her feel uneasy. The Stoics, who were masters of emotional control and self-discipline, would emphasize the importance of staying composed in these situations. They believed a man should always be in command of himself, especially when he's near someone he's interested in. This means staying calm, controlling your body language, and sitting close with ease. When you do this confidently, it signals to her that you're comfortable with the closeness, which can make her feel more at ease and open to connecting with you. But sitting close isn't just about physical proximity. It's also about how you position yourself in relation to her. Lean in slightly to show interest without invading her space. This subtle movement can convey warmth and curiosity without coming off as overly eager or desperate. Your body language should be open and relaxed, facing her without blocking her view. Striking the right balance between closeness and respect is what makes your presence feel inviting rather than overwhelming. When done right, this can make her more receptive to your presence and more likely to connect with you on a deeper level. Additionally, sitting close allows you to pick up on her subtle cues. Pay attention to how she reacts to your proximity. Does she lean in closer, make eye contact, or play with her hair? These are all signs that she's comfortable with you, and possibly even attracted to you. Being able to read these signals is crucial because they'll guide your next steps. If she's sending positive cues, you can continue building the connection. If she seems uncomfortable or distant, it might be wise to give her a little more space. Another important aspect of sitting close is that it creates a shared moment. Being near a woman isn't just about physical closeness, it's about crafting a space where intimacy can grow. It's about being confident, respectful, and observant so that she feels both intrigued and comfortable in your presence. By mastering the art of sitting close, you set the stage for a deeper connection that can lead to genuine attraction. The Stoics understood that true power comes from within, and by tapping into that inner strength, you can forge powerful connections with others, including the women you're drawn to. Part 2. Maintaining a woman's interest. Keeping a woman's interest while sitting close is crucial, but it takes more than just physical proximity. You need to create a dynamic interaction that captivates her. Women are naturally drawn to men who can keep them engaged emotionally and intellectually. The Stoics, who were skilled in conversation and human connection, believe this is where you can truly showcase your intelligence and emotional depth. To start, keep the conversation engaging but not overly serious. Light-hearted banter, thought-provoking questions, and shared experiences can keep the dialogue flowing and enjoyable. It's not about impressing her with grand stories or dominating the conversation. It's about making her feel comfortable and encouraging her to contribute. The more involved she feels, the more she'll associate your presence with positive emotions, which is key to building a connection. Body language also plays a huge role in human interaction. When used effectively, it can evoke stronger emotions and deeper connections. In summary, introducing flirtation is about striking the right balance between confidence and subtlety. By gradually making eye contact, teasing her playfully, and incorporating light, respectful touches, you can create a flirty atmosphere that deepens the connection and heightens her attraction to you. Chapter 4. Touching someone you like. Touching someone you're interested in can be a powerful way to express attraction and build intimacy without words. However, it requires confidence, sensitivity, and respect. Touch is one of the most direct ways to show interest, but it must be handled carefully to strengthen the connection rather than damage it. The Stoics, known for their wisdom in human interactions, would argue that such actions should be rooted in respect and care, ensuring your touch is both welcome and meaningful. Being present in the moment is essential when initiating touch. Look for natural opportunities to make light, non-intrusive contact, like when you're laughing together, sharing a private joke, or emphasizing a point in conversation. These moments should feel organic and unforced, aligning with the Stoic principle of harmonizing with the natural flow of events. For example, when handing her a drink or showing her something on your phone, let your fingers briefly brush against hers. These small, seemingly accidental touches can build closeness without being pushy. As you begin to introduce touch, start with the lightest and briefest contacts. A gentle brush of your fingers against hers or a momentary touch on her hand can convey interest while remaining subtle. The Stoics valued subtlety and measured actions, and in this context, a light touch lets her know you're interested without making her feel rushed or overwhelmed. If she smiles, maintains eye contact, or doesn't pull away, these are signs that she's receptive to your touch. If she seems comfortable with the initial touches, you can gradually increase the frequency and intensity of your physical contact. Start moving from brief, accidental touches to more deliberate ones, like holding her hand for a moment longer or gently running your fingers along the back of her hand. These actions should still be subtle and soft, staying true to the Stoic principle of moderation. The idea is to create a slow, natural progression of closeness, allowing her to adjust at her own pace. At every step, it's crucial to pay attention to her reactions. If she holds your hand, leans in closer, or initiates more physical contact herself, these are strong signs that she's enjoying the interaction and feels at ease with you. On the other hand, if she pulls away, tenses up, or seems uncomfortable, it's essential to respect her boundaries and not push further. The Stoics emphasized self-discipline and controlling your desires. In this case, that means knowing when to step back and give her space. It's also important to consider how your touch makes her feel. Physical touch isn't just a mechanical action, it's a way to communicate your emotions and intentions. When you touch her fingers or hands, you're sending a message of warmth, care, and connection. The Stoics believed in the power of intention, so your goal should be to create a positive emotional experience that leaves her feeling good and strengthens your bond. Additionally, think about the timing and setting of your touch. The mood and environment can significantly influence how your touch is received. For example, a light touch during a quiet, private conversation will likely have a different impact than the same touch in a crowded, public space. The Stoics would advise you to be mindful of the situation and ensure your actions are appropriate for the context. Finally, remember that initiating touch isn't about making quick, random contact. It's about creating a connection that feels natural and mutual. To introduce light touch effectively, you need to be confident, sensitive, and respectful of her boundaries and feelings. The goal isn't to dominate or control her but to make her feel valued and understood. By approaching touch with care and thoughtfulness, you can create moments of genuine connection that resonate deeply with both of you. Being present in the moment and starting with light touches that build over time can help foster a sense of closeness that strengthens your bond and keeps her interested in you. The Stoics believed that in all situations, especially in matters of love, you should act with wisdom, patience, and a clear purpose to create something meaningful and lasting. Chapter 5, Whisper in Her Ear. If you're sitting close to a woman, whispering in her ear can be an incredibly intimate and effective way to deepen your connection. Being near her and speaking softly not only brings you physically closer but also engages her senses, as the sound of your voice so close to her ear can be captivating. When you're sitting close, use small gestures to complement what you're saying. A light touch on her arm to emphasize a point or maintaining strong eye contact can enhance your connection. The Stoics believed that body language was incredibly important, often arguing that what you don't say can be just as powerful as what you do say. Showing that you're fully present through your body language and attentive listening is another key way to keep her engaged. Women are often more drawn to men who listen carefully rather than those who simply wait for their turn to speak. When she shares something, respond thoughtfully and ask follow-up questions that show genuine interest. This not only keeps the conversation flowing but also makes her feel valued and understood, which can deepen the emotional connection. The Stoics would encourage you to practice active listening, as it builds rapport and demonstrates respect and empathy. As the conversation continues, don't be afraid to add an element of surprise. Share interesting details about your life, but don't reveal everything at once. Leave some aspects open-ended or hint that there's more to your story than what you're sharing. This subtle play of withholding information can pique her curiosity and make her more eager to get to know you better. Women are naturally curious, and by keeping some parts of your life mysterious, you create a sense of intrigue that draws her in. Finally, be mindful of the balance between speaking and silence. When you're close, a comfortable silence can be just as powerful as words. The Stoics valued the art of silence, understanding that the deepest connections often form in quiet moments. By embracing silence, you allow tension to build, making your next words even more impactful. In summary, keeping her interested while sitting close isn't just about talking, it's about creating an experience that's intellectually stimulating, emotionally satisfying, and slightly mysterious. By mastering the art of engaging her mind and emotions, you make her more invested in the interaction, which increases her attraction to you. Chapter 3. Introduce flirtation gradually. While keeping her interested, it's important to slowly introduce flirtation into your interactions. Flirting is an art, and when done right, it can build a strong connection and heighten her attraction to you. However, it's crucial to approach this step with care and finesse, ensuring that your advances are well received and reciprocated. The Stoics believe that true competence comes from within, and your flirtation should feel like a natural extension of your confidence, not a forced or desperate attempt to win her over. To start, intensify your eye contact. When you're sitting close, making and holding eye contact can create a sense of connection and intimacy. Look at her a little longer than usual, and don't be afraid to flash a subtle smile. These nonverbal cues are often the first step in flirting, signaling your interest without the need for words. The Stoics valued subtlety, knowing that the most powerful messages are often unspoken. Once you've established eye contact, begin teasing her playfully. Light-hearted teasing is a great way to inject fun and flirtation into the conversation. It shows that you're comfortable making jokes at your own expense and hers, without taking things too seriously. The key is to keep the teasing gentle and avoid saying anything that could come across as offensive, rude, or mean. The goal is to make her laugh, smile, and feel at ease around you. Part 3. Along with playful teasing, use light and relaxed language to keep the mood easygoing. For example, if she tells a joke or says something funny, lightly touch her arm or shoulder to amplify the laughter. These small gestures can help build a physical connection that complements your words. A gentle touch is an excellent way to flirt because it conveys attention and creates a sense of closeness. However, always be aware of how your touch is received. Pay close attention to her body language. If she responds positively, you can continue. But if she seems uncomfortable, it's crucial to back off and respect her boundaries. As the conversation becomes more flirtatious, you can start offering compliments. Make sure they're specific and genuine rather than generic or overly extravagant. For instance, instead of saying, "You're beautiful," tell her something like, "I love the way your eyes light up when you smile." Complimenting her on something unique or funny she does can make her feel special and appreciated. This is a key part of building attraction and deepening the connection. As the flirtation intensifies, start building tension. You can do this by pausing the conversation and simply looking at her, letting the moment hang in the air. These pauses create a sense of anticipation and excitement, making the interaction feel more charged and personal. The Stoics understood that tension is a natural part of human interaction and can evoke strong emotions. To make this technique effective, though, it needs to be delivered at the right time and with a deep understanding of the situation. The Stoics were renowned for their calm communication and their understanding of the power of words. They believed that the words you choose and the tone you use are just as important as the act itself. When it comes to whispering in her ear, timing is everything. Whispering should happen only after the conversation has reached a level of comfort and closeness. Maybe you want to share a private joke or make a comment meant only for her ears. Rushing into it too soon can feel overly personal and might make the situation awkward. The Stoics valued patience and the ability to read the room, which in this case means waiting for the perfect moment when whispering feels natural and appropriate. Gauge the flow of the conversation and the emotional tone before leaning in. When you do decide to whisper, the words you choose matter. Whether it's a compliment, a witty remark, or something only the two of you would understand, your words should make her feel special and valued. The Stoics believe that words have the power to shape relationships, and this is a perfect example of how that power can be used effectively. What you say should resonate with her emotionally, creating a shared moment that strengthens your bond. The tone of your voice when you whisper is equally important. It should be soft, warm, and inviting, creating a sense of intimacy that draws her closer. Just as the way you say something can often matter more than the words themselves, a gentle, almost breathy tone can make the moment feel more personal and emotional. The Stoics emphasized paying attention to how you say things because your tone can convey more than words alone. It should subtly communicate your interest and attraction to her. Your body language also plays a role as you lean in to whisper. Your closeness should feel natural, not intrusive. The Stoics believed in moderation in all things, and here, that means finding the right balance between being close and giving her space. Your goal is to create a moment of connection, not to make her feel crowded or uncomfortable. A slight tilt of your head or a gentle touch on her arm as you lean in can add layers of meaning to the whisper, making it more than just words. After whispering in her ear, pay close attention to her reaction. If she smiles, laughs, or responds positively, it's a clear sign that she appreciated the gesture. This reaction indicates that she's comfortable with the level of intimacy you've introduced and is likely feeling more connected to you. However, if she seems taken aback or uncomfortable, it's important to recognize this and adjust your approach. The Stoics believed in adapting to the situation, and in this case, that means being attuned to her responses and respecting her boundaries. If she seems uneasy, ease off and return to a more neutral form of conversation. The emotional context of the whisper is another critical factor. Whispering isn't just a physical act, it's also a way to share feelings and deepen emotional closeness. Speaking softly in her ear sends a message of connection, warmth, and care. The Stoics believed in the power of intention, and here, your intention should be to give her a positive and personal emotional experience. Your whisper should make her feel loved and understood, strengthening your emotional bond. Additionally, a well-timed whisper can have a lasting impact beyond the moment. It can create a memory of a private, shared experience that she may look back on fondly. This shared moment can become a touchstone in your relationship, something that strengthens your connection over time. The Stoics understood the importance of building strong, meaningful relationships through thoughtful and deliberate actions. Beyond the initial whisper, consider how you can build on this moment with more whispers as the evening progresses. Using whispering as a recurring theme can draw her closer and deepen the connection. This creates a rhythm of intimacy, where each whisper builds on the last, making the bond between you stronger over time. The Stoics valued consistency and perseverance, which in this context means reinforcing the connection through your actions and words. In summary, whispering in her ear while sitting close is a powerful and intimate way to strengthen your connection and make the experience memorable. By speaking in a soft, warm tone and paying close attention to her reactions and emotions, you can make her feel special, valued, and drawn to you. When used with confidence and sensitivity, this technique can heighten her attraction and help you build a stronger, more meaningful relationship. The Stoics would remind you that your words, tone, and intention should all work together to create a positive and lasting impact in every interaction, especially in moments of closeness like this. Chapter 6. Read her response. As you continue to get to know her through close conversation and subtle touches, it's essential to pay close attention to how she responds to your advances. If you want to know whether she's genuinely interested and comfortable with the direction things are heading, her reactions will tell you everything you need to know. To gauge how the conversation is going, you need to read her responses accurately. The Stoics, who were keen observers of human behavior, would say this step requires patience, awareness, and a deep respect for her feelings and boundaries. Start by observing her body language. If she's leaning in closer, mirroring your movements, or maintaining steady eye contact, these are strong signs that she's comfortable with you and possibly interested. On the other hand, if she's pulling away, crossing her arms, or avoiding eye contact, it might mean she's not as interested or comfortable as you'd hoped. The Stoics believed in paying attention to the subtleties of human interaction, understanding that actions and body language often speak louder than words. Pay attention to what she says, too. Does she laugh at your jokes, respond thoughtfully to your comments, or ask you questions in return? Positive verbal cues indicate she's engaged and enjoying your company. However, if her responses are short, hesitant, or if she frequently changes the subject, it might suggest she's not fully invested in the interaction. The Stoics valued clear and honest communication, which includes reading between the lines of what's said and unsaid. Reciprocation is another key factor in understanding how she feels, especially when it comes to physical touch. If you've initiated light touches, like brushing her arm or leaning in to whisper, notice how she responds. Does she touch you back, maintain the closeness, or even take the lead and initiate contact herself? These actions are powerful indicators that she's not only attracted to you but also comfortable with the level of intimacy you're sharing. Conversely, if she pulls away, stiffens, or seems visibly uncomfortable, that's a clear signal to respect her personal space and boundaries. The Stoic principles of moderation and self-control come into play here, reminding you not to push further or force an interaction that isn't mutual. Another important aspect to observe is the overall mood and tone of your interaction. Is she relaxed, smiling, and clearly enjoying herself, or does she seem distracted, tense, or disinterested? The general vibe can provide invaluable insights into how she perceives the dynamic between you. While some might mistake politeness for interest, Stoicism teaches that relationships should be based on harmony and balance. This means recognizing when things feel natural and effortless versus when they feel strained or forced. A natural flow often indicates a positive exchange of feelings, but if it doesn't, it's wise to step back and reassess. Finally, it's essential to stay attuned to her comfort level throughout the interaction. Even if she's reciprocating or going along with your actions, always ensure she's genuinely happy and not just being polite. The Stoics placed great value on empathy and understanding others' perspectives. In practice, this means tuning into her body language, listening for verbal cues, and being observant of any signs of discomfort or hesitation. Being mindful of her feelings and adjusting your approach, whether by slowing down or shifting the interaction, demonstrates respect for her boundaries. By staying present, respectful, and responsive to her cues, you can more accurately gauge whether your efforts are truly reciprocated and appreciated. Chapter 7. Take it further, but only if you're sure. Once you've carefully observed her body language and have reason to believe she's interested, the next step is to consider deepening the connection, but only if the moment feels right. This is the stage where casual flirtation could transition into something more intimate. However, it's crucial to approach this step with caution and respect, ensuring any advances you make are both welcomed and appreciated. Stoic philosophy teaches that true wisdom lies not just in taking action but in knowing when to act and when to hold back. To move things forward, stay fully present in the moment. Pay close attention to signs that she might be open to taking the connection further, such as lingering eye contact, subtle touches, or a shift in the conversation to something more personal. These can indicate she feels comfortable and is open to exploring the connection more deeply. If the mood feels right, you could gradually close the physical distance between you, maybe by moving closer or making a more intimate gesture, like gently holding her hand or brushing her hair away from her face. In Stoic terms, this is about being fully present, aware of the moment, and making decisions based on the flow of the interaction. Before making any significant moves, ensure both of you are aligned in your intentions. Ask yourself whether her actions and words have consistently shown she's comfortable and genuinely interested in deepening the connection. If you feel uncertain or her signals are ambiguous, it's wise to exercise caution. The Stoics valued prudence, understanding that it's often better to let an opportunity pass than to risk overstepping someone's boundaries. However, if everything feels aligned and the moment seems right, proceed with confidence, but always with respect and care for her comfort. If you decide to initiate a kiss, approach it gradually and thoughtfully. Start slowly, paying close attention to her body language and facial expressions. Take your time to ensure you're both comfortable. If she responds positively, you can move forward, but if she hesitates, pulls away, or seems unsure, respect her boundaries immediately and don't push further. The Stoics believed in the virtue of temperance, which emphasizes acting with moderation and being mindful of what's appropriate in any situation. Always be aware of the other person's comfort level. Clear, honest, and respectful communication is equally important. If you feel a strong connection and are considering moving things forward, it's okay to express your feelings verbally. You could say something like, "I really enjoy spending time with you," or, "I feel a strong connection between us." These statements not only clarify your intentions but also give her the space to express her own feelings, fostering a deeper understanding of where you both stand. The Stoics held that effective communication is key in all relationships, especially when navigating emotional intimacy. Be prepared to accept her response, whatever it may be. If she expresses interest in moving forward, that's wonderful. But if she indicates she's not ready or doesn't feel the same way, handle her decision with grace. Don't take it personally or react with frustration. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what's within our control, our actions and reactions, rather than fixating on the outcome. If she's not ready, honor her choice without drama, continuing to treat her with kindness and respect. In conclusion, the key to moving things forward is striking a delicate balance between confidence and respect. Pay attention to her comfort level, respect her boundaries, and communicate openly. By doing so, you create an environment where both of you can deepen your connection in a way that feels natural and fulfilling. Through patience, understanding, and respect, you can ensure that any steps forward in your relationship are grounded in mutual care and consent. As this episode comes to a close, it's clear that each technique we've discussed, subtlety, confidence, and respect, plays a vital role in building a strong connection. From sitting close and using light touches to whispering in her ear, reading her responses, and knowing when to take things further. These strategies can strengthen your relationship and increase attraction. The Stoics showed us that balance and understanding are at the heart of human connection. By keeping these principles in mind, you can create meaningful, respectful interactions that leave both you and your partner feeling safe and comfortable. If you found these ideas helpful, don't forget to watch until the end and subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks. Share your own experiences in the comments and let us know how you've used these techniques in your life. Your feedback helps us create content that resonates with you and others on the journey of mastering the art of connection. Thanks for joining us today. Stay true to the art of respect and subtlety in your relationships, and we'll see you in the next episode.